I want to move now to an opportunity for some presentations by some of our panelists. So I think first we're going to turn to you, Chris. I hope you've got a glass of water there because I'm making you talk at length. But I'm wondering if you can just share with us your basic, some of the basic things that you're doing in bullet point form or however you wish with a presentation, just to show what you are doing and what you can do in terms of data security and safety.
Okay, so let me share the screen first. So I think everyone can see the PowerPoint. So today we would like to share some what we can do about the application securities, and we may give some our personal experience on these topics. So we also want to talk about what is the critical loss or security trends in 2020. So some backgrounds, I help to do the security research. Basically, we do different research, even those hardware hackings. Basically, we do any kind of hacking research, hack the Facebook or hack hardware or anything. And we also have we also find the critical vulnerabilities on eBay, Apple, Azure. And actually, we actually every year we go to Las Vegas, have a security conference. It's in Caesar's hotels. So this is something interesting thing we want to share. And we have 2 CV numbers which find the vulnerabilities on some applications. And we use a technique called offensive securities. So basically, we pretend as hackers. We use the hacker mindset, do whatever we want to break the security. We try to maybe break the applications, or we try to hack into the network and then try to figure out what we can do. And we give the report to customer how to fix the problem. So this is the security trend of 2020. I think phishing attack is still the most top topic we want to mention, because even though the network or the applications or system is secure, if the staff awareness is not enough, they click phishing emails, they open a malware, then the hackers head into the network. And the second part is the remote workings endpoint securities. So basically, relate to the recent work from home arrangement or the COVID-19 environment. And we also want to talk about the insider threat. We have experience before. We have trading companies. Every time their some customer do the registrations, and after 5 minutes, someone called that customer, said, you open account in this company, why you don't open account in other companies? So we also help to identify this threat. And recently, IoT has become more popular. So we have experience before we saw the news in Las Vegas. So, one of the casinos is compromised because they use an IoT device called a smart fish tank. Someone hacked into the smart fish tank, joined into the casino network, and try to retrieve the high roller data, personal information. Then they use the fish tank to communicate. This is a very creative way to hack into a network. And other part is maybe ransomware. If you open some malwares and your networks, all those document file or personal data is encrypted and you cannot recover. So also the cloud trackings, if you use some cloud environment, some vulnerabilities can get those personal data from cloud. So yeah, we want to mention about the social engineering. It is still very popular because you can see still have 78% phishing email is opened by those employees. So for example, the previous case we shared, we sent pretend management. We send out the email, ask for personal information, and almost 50% staff reply that email, send their personal information to us. So we also have the awareness training provided to our customer. And recently, when you do work from home, so I know that maybe in some sensitive industry, they don't allow people to use their own device. Let's say, for example, we are helping a bank to do the penetration test. They don't allow us to use our own computer. They provide their computers. But the case is if that computer is compromised, so the hackers still can join into that private network. And if they scan, they find some vulnerability server, they find some hackable system, they still can get access to remote environment. So we do the penetration test. We try to find out your server vulnerabilities. We try to find out the weakness part. So if you know weakness part, then the hackers cannot break in, even they hack the staff computers. So that is our system assessment, security assessment service. And the cloud checkings. If you are using some cloud environment, you use AWS or you use Google platforms, you hold some personal data and they have some misconfigurations, that hacker can retrieve data. You can see some news, some big company leak out their personal information because some misconfiguration. Someone can perfect access those cloud storage and get those personal information. So that's what we said before, the insider threat, try to break into the system, and some insider break into the system, pay some malware inside, and every time customer registers account, they know the customer and send email or call their phone numbers why you don't open account in another companies. And in all, I think in every industry, we will use some applications. We will use some system. For example, we have some management platforms. We have some management system, content management system. We use to gather some information. So if those applications have vulnerabilities, so the hackers still can break into your network and try to figure out another personal information inside the network. And ransomware, if you open some, and if you get some phishing email, you open the malware, then those network device or those personal informations or those documents or some database may be encrypted by the hackers. And normally they ask for very huge number of monies, so it made very big impacts, financial loss. And from what we observed before, most of those ransomware is not able to decrypt. So this is very critical in these few years. So the security assessment we provide, we are the independent consultants. We help to do the vulnerability scan and penetration test for the customer. We figure out, we try to find out the system vulnerabilities. We teach you the weakness. How can you fix the problem and the hackers cannot get into your system? And if they have some missing misconfigurations, we also teach you how to remove or try to hide those problems. So hackers cannot find those way to enter your network. This is basically the standard we use, but we want to mention that even some standard, even we use, what we do is more than standard, because we can find that some standard cannot cover some vulnerabilities, some weakness, and our hacking service basically cover all those standards, more than the standard. So we really do something like real hackers. We study all those vulnerabilities and try to break into the network. And this is some examples. And about U-Domain, we are a group of provide different solutions. We provide cloud service and cybersecurity service. Yep, and we also do the awareness trainings and provide CDN service and cloud service. This is our strength and our infrastructure. We have a big infrastructure in Hong Kong and different areas, even overseas. And this is our cybersecurity qualifications. We have 2 CVE number, which is very unique in Hong Kong because most of those companies do not have this vulnerability, these recognitions. This means we find some big impact vulnerabilities in those big companies. And we have all those offensive security certificates, means we can do any kind of the penetration test. We can do different kind of hacking research, even the Wi-Fi or the hardware or some Windows vulnerabilities, we are able to do that. And some project highlight, I helping some financial company to do the annual security test. We gather information and do the vulnerability scan and provide the penetration test. After that, we provide detailed report, tell the customer how to fix those problems. So this is our presentations. And pass to Michael. I cannot hear Michael.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Great, wonderful. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.